So dear students, last lecture we have seen the muscular tissues. Now today we will discuss about the nervous tissue. Now nervous tissue, this term for group of these organized cells in nervous system, which is the organ system that control body movements, sends and carries signals to and from different parts of this body, and has a role in controlling bodily functions such as digestion. Nervous tissue is grouped into two main categories. There is neurons and neuroglia. Neurons or nerves transmit the electric impulses, while neuroglia do not. These neuroglia have many other functions including supporting and protecting neurons. Now this nervous tissue make up the nervous system. The nervous system is divided into three systems, that is the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system and autonomous nervous system. The central nervous system composed of brain and spinal cord, which coordinates information from all areas of the body and sends nerve impulses that control all bodily movements. Then second, peripheral nervous system consists of peripheral nerves that branch all throughout the body. It connects the CNS to rest of this body and is directly responsible for controlling movements of specific parts of this body. For example, just before arm movement, the CNS send nerve impulses to PNS, nerves in the arm, which causes the arm to move. So third system, that is autonomous nervous system, which consists of sympathetic and parasympathetic systems. The sympathetic system activates in order to stimulate fight or flight response in organisms. When that organism encounters a threat and must decide whether to fight or flee from it. The nerves of sympathetic nervous system have diverse effect on different parts of the body. Activation of sympathetic nervous system causes pupils of eye to dilate, inhibit digestion, increases sweat secretion, and increases heart rate. In opposite that, parasympathetic nervous system is activated during the movement, rest or digest. When organism is not facing immediate threat, the nerves of parasympathetic nervous system works to stimulate the activities that can occur at rest, such as digestion, waste excretion, and sexual arousal. They decrease the heart rate. Now, all this enteric one of the nervous system, that is the ENS, control the gastrointestinal tract, that is the digestive tract. The division of this nervous system along the sympathetic and parasympathetic are collectively that will be called as the autonomous nervous system, and that regulate the activities performed unconsciously. We do not have to think about digesting the food for it occurs. For example, by contrast, sympathetic nervous system control the voluntary movements and other involuntary movements. Now, this nervous system is highly specialized for the tissues and derived from embryonic ectoderm that will be formed by neurons or nerve cells, supporting cells, neuroglia, and or meninges. The nervous tissue form the brain, spinal cord, sympathetic cord, all these nerves as well as the ganglia. Neuron, or it is also called as a nerve cell. Neuron is a flattened cell with large nucleus and some protoplasmic processes or nerve fibers. The main cell body which contains nucleus is called as cyton or perikaryon. The cytoplasm of neuron contain the neurofibrils, basal bodies, Golgi bodies, mitochondria, fat globules, pigment granules. Generally, one of the cytoplasmic processes is longer than others. Now, the processes which extending from the perikaryon, they are specialized for three functions. reception of various stimuli, conduction of nerve impulse to regions, and synaptic transmission by releasing neurotransmitter substances. Now these neurons, they concern with this important constituents of this nervous tissue because they can generate and carry the nerve impulses along their processes. The impulse is transmitted from a part of neuron to another neuron or its fibers. Now what is the components of these neurons? There are three components. One is the cyton, second one is the dendrons, and third one is the axon. Now dendrons, that is the dendrites. Dendrites means the branched processes of neuron. They expand the neuron surface and generally shorter than axon. But they branch repeatedly and are with spine or gemmules. The dendrites are apical or lateral in position. They contain similar organelles present in cell. Dendrites are branch structures so neuron can make contact with and receive the impulses from large number of these neurons. Now the axon. The axon is called as the axis cylinder, which arises from the nerve cell body. The region from where axon is emerging, that will be called as the axon hillock. Now the axon have side collateral branches along its length. Axon and axon hillock contain neurofibrils and mitochondria. At the point of ending, the axon is frequently enlarged, is called as a terminal. The plasma membrane of cytoplasm of axon is called as the axolemma and cytoplasm called as axoplasm. The portion of axon between cell body and point which myelin sheath begins, that will be called as initial segment, where myelin sheath is present on axon, that is called as a modulated, and myelin sheath is absent, that is a non-modulated. Now the axon which carry impulses away from the neurons through synaptic connections of different nerves, while dendrites conduct the impulses towards the cell body. Now then supporting cells. It is a non-neural interstitial tissue of nervous system. It is formed by neuroglia. It is believed that neuroglia assist neurons in their activities. These cells hold the nerve cells and their fibers in position like packing material, and also they increase the speed of impulse conduction, provide direct assistance to the metabolic activities by providing high energy compounds. There are four types of these neuroglia cells, that is astrocytes, oligodendrocyte, microglia, and epiderma. Astrocytes, these are the cells with many cytoplasmic processes. There are two types, protoplasmic astrocytes with smooth cytoplasm found in a gray matter of brain as well as spinal cord. Then fibrous astrocytes with fibrous cytoplasm, they are found mainly in a white matter. Then oligodendrites. These are the rounded cells with smaller nuclei and fine branches are there. They are smaller than astrocytes, which contain more endoplasmic reticulum. The cells surround perikaryon of neuron and they are found both gray matter as well as white matter. Then microglia. These are very small cells, elongated nuclei, derived from mesoderm. They are phagocytic in function and found to blood vessels, and more they are found in a gray matter. Then ependyma. The cells closely packed columnar cells with elongated nuclei found cavities of brain and spinal cord. Some cells may be serrated type. Now then connective tissues of neuron. All the peripheral nerves protected by connective tissue, that is a sheath around the nerve, that is epineurium, composed of collagenous and elastic fibers. Together that will be called as a fibroblast and histiocytes. Inside this layer, delicate connective tissue, endonerium, which is a present inner side containing connective tissues, fibers and fibroblast. Brain and spinal cord are protected by bony material called as cranium, and spinal cord that will be surrounded the vertebrae, including that is a vertebral column. They are covered by three meninges: outer dura mater, inner pia mater, and middle arachnoid. Dura mater, it is the outermost, consists of dense fibrous tissue, and pia mater is the innermost white fibrous tissue. And arachnoid, that is the middle layer in between pia mater and dura mater. It can also contain the delicate connective tissues, and it mostly filled with the CSF, cerebrospinal fluid. Now then, classification of these neurons. Neurons are classified by three ways. One is on the basis of number of cytoplasmic processes. Second one on the basis of presence or absence of myelin sheath, that is myelinated and non-myelinated. And third on the basis of the functions, the sensory, motor, and internuncial. Now first, what is about the on the basis of number of cytoplasmic processes? Now this is about the unipolar, bipolar, and multipolar. Unipolar neurons means what? It contains one cell body and one cytoplasmic process. The cytoplasmic process may be axon or may be dendron. Now these type of neurons are mostly found in a brain part. Second, bipolar type of these neurons. Bipolar neurons means one cell body or cyton and two cytoplasmic processes. One cytoplasmic process remains axon and another cytoplasmic process remains dendron. Now this part or this type of these neurons, they are found in sense organs. Now dendron, which receive the stimuli and they conduct the impulse towards the cyton, and axon, which conduct the impulse away from cyton. Now in example, that is olfactory cells as well as the taste buds. Then these cells, they are also found in the eye. Multipolar type of neurons means one cyton, one cell body, and one side only one axon is there, and another side many dendrons or dendrites. Dendrites which collect the information from various parts and they transmit the impulses towards the cyton. And then axon, which transfer the impulse away from cyton to these axon endings. Now this is about the on the basis of number of cytoplasmic processes. Now this type of neurons, this is the second on the basis of presence or absence of myelin sheath. Myelin sheath, it is formed by Schwann cells, which is found in exoplasm or outer side of the neuron or epineurium part. Now this these type of neurons which having the myelin sheath on axon, that will be called as a medullated or myelinated type of these neurons, and absence of this sheath, that will be called as a non-myelinated or non-medullated type of these neurons. Now this myelin sheath is not continuous. Myelin sheath is a discontinuous, because here presence of the gap between these two myelin sheath, that is the node of Ranvier. Now this conduction of impulse very fastly in medullated type of these neurons, and impulse conduction is very slowly in a non-medullated type of these neurons. In medullated type, impulse conduction is very fastly, means from one node of Ranvier to other node of Ranvier, because these myelin sheath contain the mitochondria, and that will be release the energy. This energy is useful for conduction of impulse. Therefore, impulse conduction in a medullated type, that is a solitary conduction, is one node of Ranvier to other node of Ranvier. Now third type of neurons on the basis of their functions. Now there are three types of neurons are there. One is a sensory, second one is the internuncial, and third one is a motor. Sensory neuron is also called as an afferent neuron. Now this afferent neuron or sensory neuron, which receive the impulse from receptors and transport towards the central nervous system, that is the brain and spinal cord. In internuncial neurons that we found in a brain or spinal cord, which receive the impulse from sensory or afferent and transport towards the motor neuron as well as effector neuron. And then motor neuron which carry the impulse from brain to the effectors. Now, sensory neuron which receive the impulse from receptor and motor neuron which transfer the impulse to the effectors. What is the difference between receptor and effector? Receptor means to receive the stimuli and convert into nerve impulse. There are many types of receptors are there on the basis of type of stimuli. That is a mechanoreceptor, chemoreceptor, various types, photoreceptors. But effectors, they respond to stimulus. Muscles and glands, these two only are effectors. And then synapses, the gap present between two neurons called as a synapse. And there is a one-way conduction, that is a dynamic polarization. It occurs due to presence of specialized structures in between these two neurons, that is a synapse. It contains the neurotransmitter substances like the acetylcholine or noradrenaline. Synapses also contain the mitochondria and neurofibrillar material. Synapses has presynaptic knob and postsynaptic knob. The space between presynaptic and postsynaptic knob, that will be called a synaptic cleft. Now there are three types of synapses: axodendritic, axosomatic, and axonic synapses. Now this is the neurotransmitter substances. Now this is a presynaptic knob which contain these various neurotransmitter substances, and they are found in a synaptic vesicles. Now the impulse comes from this axon and then it comes to terminal end. They stimulate the mitochondria. Mitochondria release the energy, and this energy is useful for to burst the synaptic vesicles, and therefore release the synaptic neurotransmitter substances and directly poured into the neurotransmitter substance in synaptic cleft. And then the synaptic cleft contain the enzyme. Example, acetylcholine is a neurotransmitter substance. The enzyme is present in a synaptic cleft, that is a cholinesterase, and this cholinesterase which metabolized the acetylcholine, that is acetic acid and choline, and choline is reuptake to formation of another synaptic vesicle, and the acetic acid goes to the postsynaptic knob. In postsynaptic knob, here presence of the receptors which receive the message in the form of acetic acid and transport towards the posterior side. It also to form the impulse. Now this is about this nervous tissue. Thank you very much.